The College Basketball Experience pregame show for Wednesday night, February the 12th edition on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up with the promo code TCESGPN to get a 50% deposit up to $1,000. That is the Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Earn up to $750 per month on your sports gambling transactions. Go over to edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm, the leader in data-driven picks and props. Get your 7-day free trial today by heading over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM today. Welcome, everybody, into the College Basketball Experience pregame show for Wednesday night, February the 12th. Shout out to the chat. We had over 200 people live last night. Hopefully we get over that number again and keep this thing growing. Make sure you like and subscribe. Smash that button, baby. Help us out. Help us help you. We got a loaded slate. We got 3 games tipped off already. The Johnnies, Villanova, Western Carolina, East Tennessee State, and then the toothpaste against Holy Cross. If you're wondering who you're listening to, I am Moneyline Mac, a.k.a. the former video coordinator for Bob Buckets of Frank Martin.
It's Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
Cheers, everybody. Hope everybody got through Hump Day, as the chat is talking about. Joining me to talk college hoops, you guys know him as the DC Sports Messiah. He is a green mowing, weed growing, Troy Tuning. What is up, bro?
What's going on? It was a snow shoveling day for your boy. So that kind of sucked, but how's Snowmageddon going up there, Cap?
We've only got about. I'm disappointed in it so far.
Not that much.
We're only at about 2.5 inches. They say there's okay. They told us it was going to be up to 10 by tomorrow morning. So we're supposed to get more tonight. We're at 2.5 right now. I'm disappointed in this. This is a terrible Snowmageddon. Snowmageddon's got to step it up. I mean, disappointing effort.
Over promise, under deliver. If you're wondering who your third man in the booth is, he is the Underdog guru. He is Cannabis Capper, Mr. CC. What's up, man?
Yeah, snowed in, not in a good way, but it just means I can focus on basketball tonight.
You know, there is a lot to it. I kind of hope there's a blizzard this weekend, so I can just sit right on that couch over there and bet on basketball.
I think you're going to have some stuff coming your way. I have a feeling so.
I think so, too. It's already started here, but, I mean, we don't get it in the southern part of the state as much as in the northern part where Troy is. So, I don't miss snow. I got enough of snow when I lived in West Virginia.
Yeah, we've just about had it as well, I think. This might be my last Chicago winter, believe it or not. So, but either way, we're here to talk about cereal, right?
Yeah. We're going to break down the cereal. We're going to break down pancakes and eggs and, much more on maybe even throwing some muffins in there. So make sure you subscribe and do the bacon and sausage podcast here over at the College Basketball Experience. No, we're talking pregame.
You got to be like Kramer, not SGPN Kramer on Seinfeld with the muffin tops. Just cut off the bottoms and not use the bottoms. Just have the muffin tops. That's the best.
Stumps.
Let's talk hoops, though, because we got a loaded slate. Like I said, we already got the Big East game, 10-10 in the marquee spotlight game between Villanova and the Johnnies. But let's go over to Beanick's board here. He has, first up, Iowa Rutgers tipping off here in 20 minutes. Line's kind of bounced between, 5.5 and 6.5 the whole day.
Everything bounces at the rack.
Yeah, everything does bounce at the rack. I will lay it, and I still like Rutgers here. I think if you take Iowa, you're getting cute. I think Rutgers better roster, better athletes, home. I think Rutgers is going to play well in the month of February.
The obviously the 5.5 is our least favorite number, but the only real angle I had for Iowa here is, I mean, I guess white guys usually like boobs, but I'm not going to fade the rack here. I tried to accuse them of having a fake rack the last time I faded the rack, and they were real. I touched them backstage. They were real.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll roll with the stinky 5.5 and Rutgers here. Iowa doesn't play any defense.
Okay, and Freeman out for Iowa. Ace Bailey, I didn't see any props for him. Is there an injury there, or is he? No idea.
Who for Iowa?
No, for Rutgers, Ace Bailey.
I thought he's in.
Okay. No, I didn't see any props for him.
This fucking team. If Bailey's out now,
either way,
has anybody seen if Bailey's out?
He was sick the last game. He's probably. My guess is he's probably going to play.
I don't see anything recently.
This fucking guy. I mean, my God.
He's in training for the NBA. He's got to learn how to take nights off properly. All right. I'm on Rutgers. I know this is the dead number, the 5.5, but I think Iowa is missing Freeman. That's huge for them, and I think it's only going to get worse for them as they try to continue to press without him. So give me Rutgers. I'll lay the 5.5 at home. I would have been all over Bailey props, but I couldn't get any today. I thought this is a great spot for him. I hope he plays. If he does, and the props show up, book him. If he doesn't, I'm still on Rutgers. They're gonna freaking wreck Iowa on the road in the rack. Get out of here. Get back to Iowa.
I got the inside scoop. Ace was at shoot around this morning.
Oh,
there we go. All right, good. Feel better. Game tipping off here at 18 minutes. Louisville, NC State. Colby got cute last night and took NC State. I'll take Louisville. I'll only laying 7.5. I don't think that's that small of a number compared to I think that number is reasonable compared to how they've been playing. I think they're going to blow NC State out because they are playing for something, and NC State has quit on the year. I like Louisville here to continue to drill the inferior ACC.
What number would this have to be at for you to think about taking the pussy pack?
10.
10. I was thinking double digits might still be. I would almost still be debating it. I'll lay the 7.5. I was going to ask if anybody had the balls to roll with the pussy pack here, but I guess Colby.
Yeah, just Colby. I see Colby's angle. I feel like this Louisville team has been like super up and down all year, especially away from Louisville. They had that stinker against Georgia Tech a few weeks ago, where they lost outright. That being said, I like the Louisville side. I'm agreeable capper tonight. Sorry guys, we're all co-signing.
And I mean, let's fade the team coming off the West Coast trip. That's already quit on the year. So, yeah, let's go Louisville. All right, let's get our ass paid, baby, because over here the Daytona 500 NASCAR is back. Daytona 500 this weekend. Sportsgamblingpodcast.com. So Daytona to sign up today for a free Daytona 500 contest. Enter to win 100 in cold hard cash with the SGPN $100 gift card plus random bonus prizes. Sportsgamblingpodcast.com. So Daytona to sign up today. We are also brought to you by Edge Boost, baby. You can earn up to $750 per month in cashback rewards for using the Edge Boost code card. Get on over there. The best part is no credit checks, and it's completely free. Sign up today and use the promo code SGPN to get better cashback rewards and instant Tier 2 status today. Edge Boost Bet Rewards. Get on over there. Promo code SGPN, the Edge Boost Bet promo code SGPN. We are also brought to you by MyBookie.ag. We'll give out a MyBookie.ag parlay at the end of the show. Head over to MyBookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus a $10 casino chip. That's MyBookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. the #1 AI-powered sports betting platform for your models today. They got NFL that's over, but they also got college hoops and NBA, and they'll have MLB, I'm sure, as well. So claim your 7-day free trial today by heading over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. All right. We are also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. That brings us into our next segment, the Underdog Pick'em of the Night. Cap.
Okay.
The code is TCESGPN if you don't know that by now.
All right. Last night, rough night for me. I went 0 for 3, and it's only the second time this year that it's happened to me. So
Double down today, baby.
this is the opportunity. This is the bounce back spot. So
You do.
when you're looking to bounce back, you go back to the system, and I've got a system play for you. Okay.
Colgate?
No, that system is broken. So is Vermont. We've been over
No,
this.
hey, Colgate's up 16-9. The system's not broken yet. Not quite yet.
Live bet the cross. All right. From our first play, I'm going to take you to St. Bonaventure at Rhode Island. We've got Sebastian Thomas playing at home, and we have Sebastian Thomas playing at home. You go higher on his 3-point shots made, higher than 1.5 3-pointers. He averages 1.9 per game at home. The Bonnies allow opponents to shoot 33.5% from beyond the arc. That's 172nd in the nation. Great spot for Sebastian Thomas to go higher on his made 3-pointers. System play. Just take it and trust it.
Higher.
All
baby.
right. We're going to the Calgorithm, traveling all the way to Duke.
Okay.
Concanoople, higher than 1.5 3-pointers made. He's done this 10 of the last 12.
Okay.
Starting to find his stroke.
Okay. All right.
Either shoot.
Next leg, I'm going to take you to Oklahoma at Missouri. Oklahoma has been allowing opponents to score 71.7 points per game this year. That's 153rd in the nation. They also allow opponents to shoot 54.5% on shots inside the arc. That's 300th in the nation. So we're looking for somebody on the inside of that Missouri offense. We're going to go with Mark Mitchell to go higher than 10.5 points against Oklahoma tonight.
I like that one too. And take us home, Troy.
All right, last one. Underdog has this, and they're going to love me for throwing it in there. You can bet on the Four Nations hockey tournament, so we will be doing that. Higher, Sam Reinhart, 0.5 point. Canada's power play is nasty.
Let's go. Get on over there to Underdog Fantasy and use that promo code TCESGPN. Everybody, get on over there. We love Underdog Fantasy, proud sponsor of the show. All right, let's get on over to the next one here. We got Bob Morris, Cleveland State. It's a fantastic game. This game's like for freaking first place in the Horizon.
No, Horizon League is such a mess. I love it.
Dude, this is great. So Cleveland State won the first matchup at Bob Morris. I like Bob Morris in the revenge game here, actually. I think that these two teams are pretty evenly matched. I mean, they're both at the top of the standings. So yeah, give me Bob Morris in the points. I think athletically they can match Cleveland State here, and they've already seen them once this year. So yeah, give me Bob Morris. I think they're live to win the game, and even this thing up in the old Horizon. Nobody pulls away in the Horizon.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell with that Milwaukee game for Cleveland State if that loss to the Norse really refocused them or anything, because Bob Morris is not Milwaukee. But I'm going to go ahead and lay it with the home team.
Okay.
All right. I am also going to lay it with the home team here. This is actually one of my favorite plays of the night. I really like the way the Cleveland State defense is like secretly kind of nasty, and they can do, and they've been really good at home this year. I like this as a spot for them. Bob Morris, I don't understand. I've seen them play. I don't understand how they're 18-8. I've watched them play, and they seem to like they
You're hating.
They've had a couple just really weird wins.
They've had some great wins. Like overtime thrilling games. Them and Cleveland State are both at the top in the luck metrics. So I mean, these two teams are kind of mirror images of one another.
That makes sense. I mean, based on what I've seen, that kind of makes sense for both of them. But
Yeah.
I'll give me the home team. I'll lay the 4.5.
Okay.
There's probably going to be weather in Cleveland tonight, so I don't think anybody's going to be at this game. So sleepy spot for Bobby Moe. Cleveland State gets the job done at home.
All righty, let's go. Hail State is taking on. No, that is not Hail State. That's a typo on Beatnik part. Let's throw Beatnik under the bus.
Oh no, he did.
Old Mississippi is taking on South Carolina. South Carolina, the Gamecocks. All right, I like the Cocks here. Lamont Paris in this South Carolina team, they've been chippy at home. They just get housed whenever they hit the road. I think they cover all these games and then they just never win it. I actually think they can win this one outright. So yeah, give me the Gamecocks here to finally get over the hump. Ole Miss playing was a little bit of fire, especially on the road.
Also, Egg Bowl this weekend.
Yeah, they do have the Egg Bowl.
Egg Bowl look ahead spot. Max special 10 straight losses for South Carolina. Is this a recipe for disaster for the Beard?
I think so, man. Like
Can we play the Cox on the money line?
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus 170.
Right. I'm riding Cox.
There you go.
What else is new?
I mean, you look at what they've done at home, Cap.
Yeah.
They should have beat Florida. They should have beat Auburn. They should have beat Mississippi State, A&M. I mean, it's
A&M,
like
yeah.
them.
You know, they don't get wrecked at home. I do think they cover this. I'm not as brave as you guys. I'm not riding this in the money line, but I think the line's just a little too big for this game. Also, Ole Miss, they've been a rough watch for like the last few. I mean, I know that they won back-to-back games. They had the big win against Kentucky at home. Okay, but they've been a bit of a rough watch in some of these games. Yeah, I think this is kind of a sleepy spot for them with the Egg Bowl on deck. Yeah, I'll bet on the Cox, but I won't be riding them. That's Troy's job here.
Go Cox. Hey, this might be the best game of the night in terms of like styles of play, how good these two teams are, tied up here in the SoCon. Let's go Chattanooga. Let's go Sanford. It's 5.5. It's that number I love to take the dog. I like Chattanooga. They lost the first one on their home floor. They led for 35 plus minutes out of that game. In my opinion, they were the better team that night. They just gave away the game. So yeah, let's go Chattanooga. I think the mocks are live here as well. And I think it's going to be an entertaining game.
Okay. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh shit, sorry, Cap. I was just gonna say, only scoring 59 versus ETSU has to be pretty embarrassing for that Sanford offense coming off of that game. They might have been looking ahead to this Chattanooga matchup, but I feel like 5 points is about as sharp as it gets on any of the lines today. I don't think I'm going to bet this one. I'll take Sanford, but I know that this is sweat and probably playing for the hook to go in your favor, if anything.
Okay. All right. You guys are aware that I pay attention to Twitter during my work day. Every so often I'll flip over and scroll just to see if the Twitter geniuses are on.
What do they like today?
I based on my feed, the Twitter geniuses love Sanford.
Yeah, okay.
So that means I want to be on Chattanooga. I mean, I know they've won 5 in a row. We got Sanford coming off a loss. I think again. I don't know that Chattanooga covers this one, but I do feel like this is like a 2 or 3 point game. I think this is close. Give me the dog with plus 5.5. I'd consider the money line, but I would need a big push.
Do it.
Push.
All right, I'm doing the money line. Yeah, it's just.
That was a big push there, my man. They can beat it, man. They led for 35 minutes first meeting. These series have a way of evening itself out. So yeah, let's go Nooga here. Chattanooga, the Mocs. Big East game, big bubble game. I don't even know if these two teams are on the bubble necessarily. But Xavier is going to Providence. Xavier's laying 2. I did lock up Xavier last night. I think that they are the better team. Back-to-back road spot. They dropped that Villanova game. They had the fucking lead with 10 minutes left. I just think I'll take Sean Miller over Kim English here in a game where both teams got to have it like blood.
Yeah.
I mean, the 2.5 is kind of scary because they had that 1 point loss to Butler and they only lost by 2 to St. John's, right? So a little bit weird, but man, that Butler game, they shot 16 of 32 from 3 and just got completely out rebounded and still found a way to lose the game. I'll roll with Xavier on the road, but this is another one that seems like it's going to be quite sweaty and come down to the very end if somebody can make or miss a free throw for you to cover this.
Okay. This is the second game of a road trip for Xavier. You know, they lost the first leg to Villanova. I think they get this one. I think they covered the 2.5. Yeah, this is like if they lose this, they're off. You know, they're whatever bubble they're on. It's. I don't know if they're on the good bubble or if they're on like the next bubble. I think they might be on the. You know, it might be a couple bubbles down, but whatever bubble they're on is going to burst. They don't get this game. Providence, their season's pretty much over at this point. So yeah, I'll ride with Xavier to get this win on the road. Let's get it.
Let's go Boomer Sooner Mizzou, an old Big 8, Big 12 here. I laid it with Missouri. I'm gonna take the bounce back off the rare home loss here. I think they're bigger, better size, more athletic, better coached. I like Missouri quite a bit actually. I think they drill Oklahoma.
All of those things except for Oklahoma just got drilled in back-to-back games and lost big time.
Have they quit?
Dude,
they do this every year.
4 of their last 5 are losses, but they're all to ranked teams.
Yeah.
So this is one.
So who are they playing?
This is maybe a dumbbell effect, though. I don't think 9.5. I don't know. I mean, Missouri did just lose at home, but I'm going to take the 9.5 with Oklahoma and think that they lose this one by like 7. I see Missouri and A&M as very similar, and that was on the road. Oklahoma only lost by 7 to A&M. I think they kind of keep it around that number.
I'm going to lay it. Give me Missouri to freaking wreck Oklahoma. Get this Oklahoma bullshit out of here. They're I feel like they're in the process of imploding. I don't, are they a tournament team right now? I don't think so.
I think they are still.
Really?
Non-con was okay.
Non-con, dude, they do this every year where under Mosher they fucking roll and then they get to league play and they just can't win a goddamn game. Yeah.
What's their best win? I guess Arizona.
They beat Michigan. Yeah, they're in. They're in as right now.
No,
they're in the first 4 in. I don't even think I think they still have a bye. They beat Vanderbilt by 30.
Yeah, this would put them on the bubble, I think.
If they drop this one, yeah. I mean, they would drop the 3 and 8 in league play.
That's I don't know if you
counts as a pretty good one too.
Yeah, Louisville was a nice win. Arizona was a nice win. I mean, they have some Michigan. They have some nice wins. But
as soon as they got the league play, they dropped 4 in a row.
That's what they do. That's what they did in the Big 12 the last 3 years too. I got a debate with Noah and Colby before that. I said, we just fade Oklahoma when we get the league play. They do this every fucking year under Moser. All right, let's go over to Arizona State, Texas Tech. I like Arizona State in the points. They're getting 16.5 here. They are on the second leg of the double road trip, so they stayed out, and they got kind of drilled by Oklahoma State on Sunday. Texas Tech's been playing 3 hard games in a row. I think Texas Tech goes through the motions, wins by 10-12 off that Arizona, Baylor, Houston stretch.
Okay. Yeah, the only thing that worries me is Oklahoma State just beat them by 13. Pokes are significantly worse than Texas Tech, and this one's in Lubbock. I'll go crazy and lay the points with the Red Raiders. I think they could probably still cover this even if they take some guys out late in the game because they're already up, to be honest. But I'm just kind of playing the home crowd, getting them juiced up, and maybe they, get a 20-point lead and kind of cruise.
Yeah. I'm going to co-sign on Texas Tech. I'm going to lay it. Reason being, Arizona coming into this a bit banged up. They're missing Quaintance on the inside. I think that would be huge for them to have here. They are getting Freeman back, and Miller's going to play, is what I'm seeing in the chat. Shout out to the chat. Thanks for having our back, guys. But the missing Quaintance, I think, is that's a he's a big piece to what they do, not just offensively but also defensively. So I'm going to lay it with Texas Tech. I think they drill them here. I think they pull away late, and yeah, end up winning by say 18. Yeah, bad things happen to teams in Lubbock. Let's get it.
LSU, Arkansas. Arkansas is like 9.5. No. Like I bought into Arkansas is going to make a little bit of a run. I'm not like 9.5. LSU is actually kind of chippy, away from Baton Rouge for whatever reason. And they actually should have won on Saturday. They were up 13 on Ole Miss with 2 minutes left. I don't know how they lost that game. Give me LSU in the points. They already beat them once. I think they stay in this, lose by 7. They suck though.
I mean, these are two teams moving in opposite directions.
Guess. Yeah.
LSU's not that good on the road.
But
They
they've
kind
been
of fuck with
covering.
teams a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a number that I don't really want to lay with either team, to be completely honest. Like, I definitely don't want to lay with Arkansas. I don't even know if I want to take it with LSU, because this seems like a sell high spot for Arkansas. I feel like with them winning recently, I haven't looked at any of the splits or whatnot, but I feel like people are going to be all over Arkansas.
I feel like if you're going to play this game, just play the over and just hope for a shit ton of points to get scored.
Arkansas is very public.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll pick Arkansas, but I don't know if I'm betting this.
Again, if the 6 guys with machine guns ran into my house right now, I'd probably take LSU in the points just because I don't trust Arkansas at all. And we've seen them. We've seen Arkansas. I'm sorry, we've seen LSU cover against Alabama. On the road. So
A&M too.
Yeah. I just don't trust this Arkansas team, but I do trust both of these teams to score a ton of points in this one. So 144 feels awfully low for this game.
Yeah.
It went. Did they already play?
Yeah, LSU beat them.
Yeah, and it went.
It's LSU's one win.
It's funny.
I don't trust any of these teams. Bet the over on this. That's my point total for tonight is the over one. I'm seeing 145 and a half. over 145 and a half in this one. But I would take I don't lean. I make picks. LSU plus 9.5 is probably the play here. But bet the over. Don't bet the ATS.
You want to get laid at the pit? They're like 15.5. I'll lay it. Do we think Wyoming can slow them down? I don't.
Do we think that Utah State coming into town over the weekend has anything to do with maybe not covering 16 points?
Is that a look ahead?
It's for first place.
It's for first place. That's
I
the
think
only angle.
I think they roll tonight. Then I think Utah State might get them on Sunday in a revenge game.
I mean, if I'm going to lay it with Texas Tech against Arizona State, I'm going to lay it at the pit.
Okay. Let's do a tuck job here. So they beat 20. They beat 20. Colorado State. New Mexico beat Colorado State by 22, and they beat Fresno State by 28, and now they're laying 15.5 against Wyoming. Yeah. I got to roll with. I got to lay it at the pit. I'm going to try to get laid at the pit tonight. We'll see if I succeed.
This is a good point. Already tweeting out the uniform.
Oh no!
Utah State match.
Oh no! That's not a good look.
Oh no!
I did see that. I did see those uniforms, but yeah, I mean that momentum of that building. They'll blow it open late, win by 20. All right, let's fly around to the chat, Troy. I'll let you lead the way. Sure.
Start a couple. Somebody asked about UTSA.
I do like UTSA.
Actually,
yeah. I think the spot is good for the Roadrunners here tonight. They've been getting better under Clonch too. I think he's the right guy for the job. I mean, in Wichita, they just swept the Florida road trip here. I think that this is a little bit of a sleepy spot for Wichita coming back home. So yeah, I'll take the point, 7.5 right now.
Yeah, I was going to ride with the points in the Roadrunners too.
I think we're all in agreement.
Oh God.
Well, no, Wichita is a bit public tonight.
Yeah. Everybody's overreacting to 2 wins. I don't think they're good.
Also, UTSA has been good in league play this year. They're 4-7 in league play. Wichita
First
State.
year head coach, getting better.
Yeah. So
I was going to say,
it's a good spot for UTSA.
I also really liked your work in Outcast, Andre 3000.
Hey, dude.
Matt, Elliot needs a good bar and restaurant in Motown.
I DM'd him. I DM'd him. Madame Mama's. Hopefully Huey's working there tonight. If not, Kegler's. Kegler's is good. They got great wings.
Shout out to Huey.
Dude, Huey's the fucking OG, man. Madame Mama's has got a great fucking burger, bucket of beer too. They'll have games on as well. They revamped that whole thing. They got big screens everywhere. It's a good spot. Yeah, and tell them Max sent you. Let's go. Yeah, I love Madame Mama's. Who else we got?
Georgia Tech and Stanford.
Who asked about this game? Costco. Okay, this is a Costco basketball. That's the perfect game.
Boom.
Georgia Tech's gonna blow them out.
What's the line?
Georgia Tech's laying points. They're laying 1.5, just like Miami last night.
Okay. Georgia Tech smashes. Yeah.
You get Stanford coming to the East. Fade. Let's fade these huggers. Too much hugging on that plane.
Hippies going to Georgia. Not a great equation there.
It's time to skull cracking time.
Did it flip? Matt is saying it flipped. I guess it did flip. It depends on the book. I've seen both at -1. Good. Yeah. Fade the flip. How'd the flip go for Mississippi State last night?
Not well. Yeah. Even with Condon, they got freaking drilled.
That shit was hilarious. Everybody's like, "Oh, Mississippi State sharp." Then I go, "All right, yeah, give me Florida. They're gonna get fucking boat raced."
GW.
It's referring to VCU George Washington, I believe.
Lay it with VCU. VCU by double 2. Dude, they're a wagon. They gotta keep going. Mason won't lose, so they're keeping pace. And GW, I don't think that they have the athletes and size and speed to keep up with VCU for 40 minutes. I think VCU gets away from them and VCU wins by 15 again.
How would the line have to be for you to take GW? It's at 9.5. It was started open at 8.5. It's up to 9.5.
I think the line reeks, to be honest. I thought the line was going to be like 6 or 7. When they put it at 9.5, I go, all right, they're telling me VCU is going to fucking drill them.
Okay.
I mean, isn't that a big line for GW, who's actually not a bad A10 team?
No, they're not. They're 16-8, 5-6 in conference. They've actually been pretty good this year.
No, but you saw how tough it was for them to score against Mason. I think VCU's defense causes the same amount of issues.
Yeah,
but VCU can score, unlike Mason. Yeah.
Shout out to Mason for not blowing that game last night too. Somehow.
What game was it? VCU was playing like 6 at Rhode Island, and we're like, what? And then they just went up there and housed Rhode Island by like 22.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, VCU covered like a 14-point spread when they were down by double digits at halftime.
Oh, that was the worst beat of the year.
Okay.
That was with the Bonnies. That was so ridiculous. I have nightmares from losing that one still. I'm like, what? I had the lead outright with 13 minutes and we couldn't cover 14.
The total on VCU GW has gone up, is inched up a little bit. It's up to 141.
Okay.
We're going under.
Under. All right. So you're taking GW then.
What about GW's team total?
GW team total. The number. The number's got to be. Let's see. 70 minus. It's like 66. Yeah. I play it
to.
I think it should be like 65, 66 for the team total. No.
I feel like VCU might hold them under that.
I think they might. That's actually a good call.
All right. Who else we got, Troy?
I haven't started anymore in the chat, and when I was going through the star, what about Charleston Southern?
Against the Blue Hose? What's that line? 1?
I got 1.5.
Yeah. Give me flip through 0. Give me Charleston Southern. No bet. A lot of Florida State Wake talk. We'll talk about that one here in a minute.
Oh boy.
Wednesday night is a pretty big night I mean, Presbyterian Wednesday night is a pretty big night for like church youth groups and stuff, if I remember correctly from before I was corrupted. Think that plays into it at all?
Into the cap? No.
They're both pretty bad. Can't
They-
believe this one flipped. I'm not betting this game.
Southern's 5-6 in conference. They're not that bad. Southern wins this game.
Pimps up, hose down.
Yeah. Hose down big time.
All right, let's go. Let's go to that Wake game that everybody keeps talking about. Wake and
God.
and
I was
Florida
trying my
State.
hardest to not even talk about it.
Florida State money line.
Yeah, Florida State's going to win this game outright.
Absolutely. This is the Wake spot. Come
Classic
off
weak spot.
Yeah, come off the double road trip, go 2-0. Everybody's saying they're gonna get in, and then they got fucking what's it called? And they got SMU on Saturday. Let's fade Wake here as a big favorite. Be Florida State.
Is Wake a tournament team?
I don't think they are, but they're trying
Gotta
to
be
cram.
close.
They're trying to cram ACC teams in. They're running out of
They definitely are trying to cram ACC teams, and I think they might get crammed in.
dude. They're like trying to still put Carolina and Pitt on the bubble. Like what? Where? SMU shouldn't even be in. They have 0 quad 1 wins.
Bad conference.
Yeah.
I don't. I would probably take FSU in the points. I do like the over in this one too. Looking at the point total, just did some. This one's screaming over to me tonight. But if I had to take it, I would probably take Florida State. I don't know that I would do the money line. I need a real. I need a push, and Troy, Mac, you'd have to push me, and Troy would have to trip me for me to tap the money line.
We'll do the old tabletop, Mac. I'll bend down behind him, and you just knock him over.
How many times have you seen Wake Forest drop this game? Over and over every year.
I mean, if you're thinking that it's going to go over, I think that plays into the Florida State getting points side. I mean, obviously, if they're going to win on the money line, it's going to be a couple of pretty big plays happening late. But I just think it's too many points for Wake, for sure.
My only concern, okay, you've got Wake coming off the West Coast trip. That's bad. But you've also got Florida State off a win. They haven't had too many wins recently.
Yeah, because Leonard said he's not coming back. So now they have something to play for. Our boy Leonard Hamilton, who, if you guessed how old he was by looking at him, you'd think he was like 60, but really he's like 90.
I thought he was like 85 or something like that.
Yeah, he's super old. Yeah. He doesn't look like he's 84 or 85 or whatever he actually is. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it is.
All right, we're fading Wake.
All right.
What else?
Fade the Wake. Fade the Wake. You guys don't want to talk Canisius Niagara, do you?
It already tipped.
Did it really?
Yeah, it was a 6:30 game.
What about Southern Illinois and Bradley?
That's a good game. We'll talk.
It is
Let's
a
talk.
solid
Let's talk
game.
both. Let's talk both Valley games here. I'll do this. Bradley's laying 8.5. Drake is laying 1.5 now. I like Illinois State. If I had to take the other game, I'd take Southern Illinois.
I kind of like Bradley. I feel like Southern Illinois lets teams score a little too much, and that kind of plays into Bradley's hand. Again, this will be sweaty trying to cover 9 points, but I'll go ahead and lay it. And after the Super Bowl, it's fade the Drake.
Okay. Right. Southern Illinois, Bradley. It's a rivalry game, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me Southern Illinois plus the 8.5.
Yeah.
They'll cover, but I don't think they're going to win. Other ones I like: Drake, Illinois State. Illinois State's chippy at home. I think Illinois State grabs them.
I think so too. They've been chippy at home, to your point.
Yeah.
And Drake's a little bit overrated. I like Drake personally. Like the story, like the coaching job McCollum's done, but they play at a very slow pace. They've won some close games here recently, so they've been asking to get chipped.
That's why I didn't know you liked Drake. I figured Troy was a Kendrick guy, but I guess you're a Drake fan. Terrible.
Definitely
The one I really
not a Drake fan.
Belmont Valparaiso. Line's
Scam
only 3.
ratings.
Yeah, that 4.5 is the line in this.
That
line stinks.
Belmont's minus 4.5. 4.5.
That's the line's way
Give
too
me
far, right?
Valpo. Give me Valpo. It reeks.
The line freaking stinks. Evansville catching Evansville getting points at Missouri State. Evansville is like way better than them.
Yeah.
You're gonna that line. All these lines reek in the Valley.
Yeah. I still took Evansville. I'm not betting that one.
I'll bet it.
I'll take points with Evansville
Yeah, so will I. Against Missouri State. Hell yeah,
against Missouri State.
poverty franchise.
I can get behind betting Valpo most of the time.
You might be the first person to ever say that.
Yeah, I think you might be the
That team is some fucking ass.
They're fucking terrible.
Belmont does allow some scoring, though. So maybe this one stays a little closer, but I don't think I'm going to put anything on that game personally.
Oh, I'm
And
locking up.
did you see the biggest line move of the night from last night?
What was it?
LaSalle's down to 11.5. The shipment came in.
I guess it did.
Dude, all right, it was ridiculous last night that thing was 15. I was like, get this St. Joe's analytics team out of here. LaSalle live on the money line, 6-1.
I'm in with that.
Dude, it's Dunphy. Let's go.
Why is
I'll
that
take
line
the
so
12
big?
and a half too, but I'll sprinkle the money line.
Why is that line so big?
The
I mean,
analytics
it's smaller
crowd.
than
The
it
advanced
was.
metrics
Oh,
love,
the door. Oh, the dorks like St. Joe's.
they love St. Joe's.
Okay.
They
That's
won
like
the national championship.
that's all you got to say. All you had to say was the dorks are involved. F them. Talking to you, Zach. LaSalle, lock it up. Let's get this done.
Yeah.
That's this is a classic case of Manalytics are better than analytics.
Yeah, Dunphy. Take Dunphy, baby. All right. Hey, let's
Shipment of
talk.
black market eggs came in.
LaSalle cover.
They got
Do you-
them on a steal. It was only like $2.25 a dozen if you bought 3 pallets.
What do you guys got in Duke and Cal?
I'll take Cal plus the points. I just think that line's ridiculous. There's no there. Why would they? There's no reason for them to try. They don't. I mean, they know going into this one that they don't. I mean, there's no Cal has no chance. I mean, none. There's. I don't. I mean, maybe if Duke played with 4 guys, I'm sorry, or maybe. I don't know. I'm taking Cal plus.
I took Cal.
I don't know if I can lay 23.5 with Duke.
Duke plays with their food a lot. I know everybody blows them in the chat, but they play with their food a lot in these big lines.
This just
Stop blowing
feels
Duke in the chat.
Yeah, you fucking.
Yeah, chat, stop blowing Duke. Jesus Christ.
Fucking douchebags.
I feel like
nobody's
coming
is gonna
from
be on Cal.
California, though, there's a shot that they have to pay way less in taxes if they're throwing this game. So maybe they'll lay the points with Duke and purposefully suck and finally get a win where they don't have to pay 85% California taxes on their bets.
No
They
one's
do
betting.
fuck people up at home, though. Duke has been pretty solid at Cameron.
They've been pretty, but nobody's betting Cal tonight.
Yeah.
Cal
Nobody.
money line.
I'm surprised it's at 3% of the bets, and I'm surprised it's that high.
Foxhole.
Foxhole spot for the algorithm.
Okay.
Any other game before we get over to mybookie.ag parlay?
Did we these ACC Wednesdays are rough.
Yeah, shit league.
Notre Dame, Boston College.
BC, no bet. I mean, fuck.
I felt I said the same thing.
Fuck
Yeah.
that game.
These ACC nights are rough. We got they've lost power. They're a mid-major now. They're no longer a power conference.
Yeah, minus Duke. I mean, Clemson's pretty good. Louisville's all right, but the rest of those teams are just fucking so boring.
Yeah, it's not a good conference. The case against conference expansion is definitely the ACC.
They'll let you know that they got to an Elite Eight last year, though. It's like, okay, what does that have to do with this fucking year?
Okay, yeah, you had NC State made a tournament run. Congratulations. I mean,
Okay, NC State made it to the Elite Eight. They're fucking horrible this year. Miami made it to the Final Four the year before that. They haven't won a game since. I think it was a little bit of a fraud run. Good luck. Good luck with another fraud run. Eventually, Cinderella strikes midnight, and the ACC is going to have one of these complete duds to match what they've been over the last 5 years.
Watch they shoehorn SMU into the tournament, and they go on and they end up being like an Elite Eight team and busting everybody's bracket because nobody thinks they're any good. It's probably what's going to happen. SMU for Elite Eight. Bet it now.
Oh God.
What about the TCU Okie State game?
I like the Cowboys.
The rubber floor.
Yeah, I like taking Jamie as a dog, not a favorite.
On the rubber floor, I would be afraid to fade the rubber floor, but at 5.5, makes me think that this one's a toss-up.
Okie State has been rough on the road.
Yeah, well, they covered Houston though. And they actually were down 5 with a minute left. They played really well in that game.
I'll lay it with TCU in the rubber floor. I get this. It's this Cowboy bullshit out of here.
Let's go, Pokes.
They're terrible. They're a poverty team. Get them out of here.
No way. Pokes are great. Troy, it's your team. Stand up for them.
I mean, I'll take the points with them because they actually look like they're kind of playing basketball somewhat recently. But I hate fading the rubber floor because the rubber floor has done so much for my bankroll. I don't know. TCU just looks like they kind of hit a wall.
Okay, so they beat a beat up ASU team and they beat Utah.
I think
it's the reverse dumbbell effect. Reverse dumbbell effect. They've been doing curls with 2.5 pound dumbbells.
I think that they're playing for Lutz, so I don't think they've quit on the year.
I think they got drilled by K-State and they got drilled by Texas. Oh, they lost Texas. They get drilled that bad. I'm laying this TCU. They're going to beat them on the road. Beat them in cover. Win by 7.
All right. All right, let's get over to my bookie. Let's leave enough time. Favorite dog of the night, mybookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN. Yeah.
All right, make me go first. Oh,
Troy, you can go first if you got one ready.
Florida State.
Okay. Florida State. I'll take
210. I like it.
You know what? Give me UTSA.
Go sign that one. And then I will go.
Take Bob Morris.
I think I'm going to go South Carolina.
Yeah.
I had a feeling you were going to.
Finally get over the hump. 26-1 over at mybookie.ag. And use our promo code TCESGPN. That's UTSA on the money line, plus 235. Florida State, plus 210. South Kakalaka, plus 165. All right. Game's tipping off. So what do we got? We got Villanova up 2. We got Rutgers. What happened? They were just fucking winning. Now they're down 3. God, I hate this fucking Rutgers team. Radford up 5 early on Winthrop. Fort Wayne up 9. What else score-wise do we have here? We got Colgate up 7 at the break. Shout out to the toothpaste. Niagara up 3. And Oakland tied with Ooey Pooey. And ETSU up 7 on Western Carolina. Game tipping off here in 6 minutes. Anything else you want to add, Troy?
No, not really. Probably watch some hockey tonight, too.
What time is that on?
I think it's an 8 o'clock game, 8:10 or something like that. Puck drop.
Okay.
Sweden and Canada.
Is this like the substitute for the All-Star game that they're doing, or is
yes, it's a substitute for the All-Star game.
Interesting. All right. Okay, fair enough.
Hopefully, it's kind of fun. I mean, the good part about hockey is usually you can sit down and watch for 20 minutes, and then you get up and do whatever the fuck else you want to do for 20 minutes. So that's kind of nice.
True.
be flipping it back and forth between basketball.
All right, guys. Let's get some dinner and watch some games, yeah?
I like that idea. All right. See you guys later tonight for a long one tonight because Thursday has so many damn games. He is at Troy Tuning. He's at Cannabis Capper. I'm at Moneyline_Mac. We are the College Basketball Experience. Cheers, everybody. And we are out of here.